Hey, thanks so much for being here. Welcome or welcome back. This video is about this pocket size MeePlus planner that I received in the mail to give a try, and I have some thoughts. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. I received this one about, I want to say about a month ago. I haven't really used it on a daily basis, but I have used it every now and then. I was working on a special project while I was traveling, and this was the one that I used to keep notes and reminders about what I wanted to complete for that project. And yeah, so I did use it for a little bit. I do have other plans for it now, and I wanted to also talk a little bit about that. But first, touching base on what this planner is. This is a pocket size from MeePlus. It is the olive. I think it's called, it's this olive green. It has 13mm rings, and it has the raw brass option for the detailing. This is something that you can customize. You can let them know which one you want, what color you want for the brass or for the rings portion or the detail, what other inserts you want to add. These are all add-ons that you can purchase separately to personalize it a little bit more. These are all things that they sent to me to review and set up my own, I guess, system. So they sent me a few inserts that I have been using in here, so I'll show you those pages as well as some other compartments and stuff like that. So the size, again, it's the pocket size. I do have my Filofax pocket size in here just for comparing the sizing. It's about the same. I just want to say that the pocket size from Filofax, you can see it's much more chunky. You also have the back pocket here, which adds a little bulk to the actual cover, and the rings are separate, are different. I want to say that these are about 15, I'm not sure, but these are much bigger, not much bigger, but bigger than the MeePlus rings. Yeah, ring size. The other thing, of course, is the feeling of the leather. This is much more of a like raw leather, and this is more, I want to say that this feels a little bit more curated, more plastic feeling. So I don't know what the treatments go into. I do want to think that this is real leather. It's not that the tail is leather. It's not. You can see that it is. It feels like it smells like it, but it does feel like it has so much more product curating it and finishing it. So comparing it to this, and this one is one that you will have to keep up with because it's pure. If you leave it around and not necessarily use it, there's no patina on it and there's no treatments, it could harden. So that's one thing that, to me, I had a leather like this before, and it was somewhat a downside to it because I wasn't necessarily keeping up with it, so it got very stiff and not necessarily pleasant to use. So yeah, so looking into here, I want to go into what I already have in here, and again, these are things they sent to me that I probably will change around, but I wanted to use those as they came when they came in order. That way I can give them a try and talk a little bit about the planner from the use as well. Now that I'm in the cover portion, the cover itself holds very well to using on a daily basis. As you can see, there's some mark right here. I have been using it in my purse, so it will get scratched and marked, and especially that one's very deep. But it's not something that I'm trying to baby or anything like that. I guess it was almost expected. And the inside, it doesn't really have any pockets or anything. I want to say that you could reach out and customize and add things to it, but I think that the whole idea of the MeePlus is that they want provide with a minimal, simple cover that you can customize as you need, but also keep it minimal for slim and profile and just minimal overall. So these are the cover, the rings. Let me take these off. Let me go through these first. First of all, the protector in here, it's also something that you can add. It does not come automatically with the order. It doesn't seem like it because they do offer it separately, unless they offer it separately in case it breaks, but it came like separate in a little packet and I had to put it in here. I included this card pocket, so I'm holding here some tabs. And this card pocket has an elastic that you could use for closure as well. Then the inserts, some of the inserts they provided with the different styles. So this is the list option. They are off-white, I want to say, not necessarily beige, but not white. Yeah, so off-white. This is the list one, and then they provided with a Tomo River square grid in the more white color, and this is also a little bigger than these for tad. So I don't know if you can tell there, but it's like a little bit bigger for the square grid inserts. So I guess you can, if it doesn't bother you, then you can still add them to your inserts. But if it is something that it's a must for you to have them all the same size, then maybe you'll have to look for another option in their site. Then they also included this little top pocket in here, which has a envelope pocket at the top. They included 2 of these, so I'm just holding some pictures there. And then they included also this insert paper, which is a review paper. So you have the option to add the what is it that you're reviewing, the date, the title, and some, I guess you can jot down whatever it is that you want, rate it, and then review it. And then at the back portion of it, you have the quote section, which I guess if you're reading a book or something and you want to add quotes from that book, you can add that there. So it's neat for on-the-go reviews and I guess thoughts, about whatever you're doing, reading. I did do a review of the project I was working on. I did just one of them, but I guess the idea was to do more, but I was like really busy, so I didn't really get to play with it much more than as much as I wanted to. This is the other pocket that they included as well, so the top pocket there. And then they also included blank paper. So this is again the off-white color, and it's just completely white. So I have a few of those for jotting down ideas and such. Then the last one they provided, which I do have a lot of stuff in here, it's this other, what am I doing? Okay, so the other they provided is this other pocket, or divider actually. This is just a ring pen holder, and this is the bigger size. I think they offer 2 sizes, and I chose the larger one just so I can have room for a bigger pen if I needed to. But usually I'm just using this one, which is the regular vessel, so if it's just fine. Of course the size is larger because this is a pocket size, but it works just fine. So that's what I hold in there. And I have some sticky notes in here, and this one also has the little elastic, and this one is the one that they attached my initial there. And then we get to the back of it, and there's really nothing else. After using this one for a while, I want to say that I like the feeling of it. I like that it is slim in profile, and that it's, first of all, I'm into green, as you can tell. I'm always wearing something green. I love the color. I love that it's the perfect olive color that I like. The size, again, like I said, profile, it's small. It fits in my purse just fine. I have been using a slightly larger purse, shoulder purse, and it fits just fine. I can put it in my purse, and then in here, if I use it outside, like I'll put cash or receipts or cards if I have to. I even put my little tiny wallet in here, and I can just close it in here and just have it in one place. Then the other reason I liked it was because, of course, it keeps you focused on whatever it is that you're working on. So in this case, I was working on this specific project, so I didn't really need this many pages. I just wanted to have extras, and it helped me to keep things going and track where we were at. A lot of things didn't happen as I wanted to, but not because of me. It's things that are out of my control. But most of it, I guess, I did make it happen as I wanted to, and it worked. So for that purpose, I do like this one. It keeps you focused on one thing at a time, I guess I want to say. You can obviously add more, but if you want to use it for a project, which is what I intend to use this for, you can take all the notes and the to-dos that you want to do for that specific project and add it in here, and then you don't have the space to add anything else anyways. So comparing this one again to the Filofax, like I said, the sizing overall outside it's something that you'll notice right away because it's one slimmer. The Filofax seems to be a tad bigger, the overall look of it. I don't know if it is because of the outside pocket, because it does add a bulk to it, but other than that, it's pretty similar. And inside, I do love my Filofax, don't get me wrong, this is my favorite of all, but I think that it depends on what it is that I need it for. The Filofax is perfect for on the go. This is my California planner. It will always be my favorite one for traveling and things like that. In here, I did everything. I was traveling not abroad, in California. And like all the plans for the monthlies, the weeklies, dailies, I even had dailies in here. I had to-dos, I had shopping list, I even hold in the back a little insert for traveling notes or traveling memories. So everything was in here, and it's really not that big of a difference in the rings now that I look at it, but for some reason you can fit so much more in here. So in that case, it keeps you a little bit more distracted because you do have the space to add more, so you tend to add more. You have the space, so you want to fill it in. And this one, you don't have the ability to do that. That's, I guess, one thing that I like to keep in mind. If I need the space for additional inserts, I'll go to the Philo. If I want to focus on one thing at a time, I'll definitely reach out for my MeePlus because it's the more simple setup that will help me to stay focused. As far as inserts go, they are pretty similar. These are not necessarily Filofax brand. I got these on Amazon, so I'm thinking that they could be the same size, so I can share them. Let me just make sure. I think they are. They're pretty much the same size. Yeah, I could share them. And also, I was just looking at this, which is something that I really loved about the Filofax. This little yearly overview, which I used plenty last year, is one that I enjoyed having because it was very super helpful. So it fits it perfectly fine in here as well. So if you prefer branded Filofax inserts, then you know that you can fit them there just fine. And the other one that I wanted to test was my insert for my pocket, my clear pockets. So these as well, I got these on Amazon a while ago, and I've been using them for focus cards of the day on the week. So when I need focus on a specific thing that I want to work on, I reach out for these and I check the day. So today is a Tuesday, for example, and this is what I wanted to do on a Tuesday. So I go to my main things for today, get them done, and if I have extra time, I'll work on something else. Otherwise, I'll just keep on working on this and then call it a win for the day. I do have to update these because these are from last year. But I wanted to see if I could fit this pocket in here. So it should fit just fine. And then you have the little tab in there. It does come out of the actual cover, but that also happens in the... Actually, no, it doesn't. It does not come out in here, I don't think. Yes, it does. I'm sorry. Yes, it does, because that's the reason I cut it out from some of them before. So I did this. I just trim it out so it didn't come out of the planner. Now I remember I added this one with the tab so I can get to it quicker, faster. That way, if I was working on specifics for the day, I can get to it and just focus on that at a time. That's what happened. But yeah, I guess in both, either the Viola or this one, it will stick out, but it depends if you want to use it that way. If not, then you could just cut it out like I did. I do not know if they do offer these in a slimmer version, so it doesn't stick out like that. But I got it for precisely for the pockets. I was using it though on my extra large Moturn pocket size, and on that one it doesn't stick out. But that's an option there. What else? First of all, let me just put this in here. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I guess in comparison to sizing and stuff, again, if you want to add more, you can get to the pocket size Filofax or any other ones with larger rings, which, by the way, you can also add to the MeePlus. You can ask for larger rings and customize it that way, so that's an option. I guess I wanted to, again, go for the slimmest option they had, and that's what I did. So yeah, it works just fine. So I definitely see myself using this one for a specific project at a time. So this year, for now, what I am trying to do, I'm still working on defining my goals for the year and how I want to make those happen. So once I have those more defined, what I want to do is work on one at a time and divide them by quarters. So quarter one will be focused on a specific area, and that will be what I'm holding in my planner and my rings. So I will plan out the entire quarter in here and then use this one as the guide to make those happen. And then once the quarter is over, I can move on to quarter two and so on. So that's the plan for this one. I do want to set it up. I do have to brainstorm a little bit more about what the goals will be and how I'm going to divide them for the quarter, and in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming or boring. So once I have that, I will come back and share the setup in here. But yeah, so now this is what's going on in here. I do the setup and the option to set it up as you want, but also not too much that it gets overwhelming. So now I'm going to take some time to set it up, and then the next video will be the flip through of the actual setup. I hope that in some way the video has been helpful and inspiring. If you happen to be interested in a planner like this, especially the MeePlus, I will be linking anything that they provided to me below so you can take a look. All the aspects of this one specifically, I will also add them to the description in case you want to order a similar one with the same details and stuff. So yeah, I hope again that the video has been helpful in some way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.